Friends, this is the fourth video of Chitradurga Fort which Namrata's wholesome mantra is bringing to you. We are at presently backside gate of the Chitradurga. As you have seen, there were 7 gates from front side and from back side there were 2 gates. Now we are at this backside gate. Chitradurga Fort is a very big fort and very fascinating fort, and there are lot of temples and other construction on this fort. We are now heading for the backside first gate. What we have there, it looks like very strong door and fortification around. Presently, entry to this door is blocked by putting a stone wall. This may be for the safety reason, but inside you can see all the rest place for the guards, and it is enclosed type construction. Pillars design is square, which is Chalukyan era design, and the long beams, which is the speciality of this fort. Look at the width of the fortification wall. Both sides of the gate, strong watchtowers were built and tall wall was built to protect the fort from backside. And where I stand now, below that was the famous Onke Obawa Kind or secret path, and Onke Obawa became famous by killing 30 soldiers of Hyder Ali. Backside complete jungle is there, and Hyder Ali tried to sneak in through this kind. And this is the Chapaddan Hanuman Mandir, which if you are tracker you will see on every fort, especially in Maharashtra. I think they consider himself hero and they were worshipping Hanuman. Side of this Hanuman temple is the place where Onke Obama lived with her husband in this cave formed by these stones. Look at the road going from first door to second door through this different size and shape of these stones. Maybe this way was made by breaking the stones and making all these steps and other construction around. Our guide informed us that this passage you see, this is original from ancient time. This is the way to go inside. Inside the Chitradurga, you feel like you are moving through the Disneyland or some fairyland. Everything around so fascinating. The strong entry to the number 2 gate from the back side. Looking at these strong constructions, we don't know how many people might have worked here to get this strong forts-like structure, and it is so big that many generations might have worked on this. But you have to understand, survival was not easy. Near the sister ponds, this is one more Hanuman Mandir. Inside this huge Chitradurga Fort, there are 18 temples. It is clear that from ancient time, people took shelter into these hills and stones. And as the time progressed, invaders started attacking, and there must have been fight between themselves. And this is how they started building the forts for protection. Remains of some other temples also can be seen around here, and all around there is a fortified wall also. Crossing the bridge made between 2 sister ponds, we have come to the other side and we will be going toward Gopal Krishna temple. The civil engineering was so much advanced. After thousands of years, everything is intact. Even here you can see the water from the hills There is a drainage arrangement through the fortification and going to the lakes, wells, and finally out of the fort through the opening in the fort walls. Look at this passage. Was it man-made or was it natural? Wherever required, they have strengthened it with these stone walls. Lot of planning and thinking must have gone in for constructing such a huge fort. This is for enemy like going into unknown, and that is the reason this was called still fort. Pass through all this and suddenly you see there is one more strong gate ahead of you. This strongly built gate is called Palace Gate. We are going toward Palace and Gopal Krishna Temple. This is similar to other gates. Both the side there are rooms for guard. But here you see again there is one more Hanuman, Chapaddan Hanuman. He may be guardian of the gates. And other side you see there is a Garuda, and top of that there is one snake god. This fort had 19 gateways, 38 internal gates, 35 secret entrance and 4 invisible entrance. And we keep seeing all this when we walk around this fort. Now we are reached Gopal Swami temple. This Gopal Swami temple is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. Here you can see the stone inscription or the Shila Lake, which give us idea of who have built this temple. On this Shila Lake there is a Kanda inscription, and top there is sun, moon and Shanka figures. Seen from these statues, Buddhism also had influence on Chitradurga. They have been kept in the Gopal Krishna temple. Today being Krishna Janmashtami, some function is going on inside the temple. There are also some small temples around. This is one more Hanuman temple, and some other buildings are also around this
This is
big
old
temple.
house of the Pujari.
Here you can see again the long beam stones are used for construction. Two round things you see, they were the actually grain stores.
Gopal Krishna temple is there, and we are at the almost top point. You can see backside the palace and grain stores.
This is the way we have come, and you can see 7 hills all around. Look at the stone boulders all around in different shape and size, and there are so many lying all around. They are normally formed by washing away of the soft material by rain and water over the period of time. That's the reason this fort is called Yelusuttina Kote or Fort of Stone. And the stones of various shapes gives us picture perfect location, and you can see many figures all around, and that is the reason it is called Chitradurga, means picture perfect fort. And standing here you can see around 7 hills and many constructions, lakes and beautiful view of the Chitradurga fort, which make you visit this fort again and again. See the big lake, all the water from top is connected. This side, this rock is a strong rock, and there is no boulders on that. Remains of palaces, horse and elephant stables and other buildings can be seen all around. You can see also watchtowers. The temple door is decorated with dwarpal. Look at this gate top. It has the influence of Islamic construction on that. This group of temple you see is Kashi Vishweswara temple. And now we have come near the Hidimba temple and we will be going to the Hidimba temple now. Look at the gate and the fortification around this gate. This gate is called Hidimba gate. Also see the steps how wide they are. And when we go inside you can see there is all arrangement of guards to take rest and strong pillars like other gate. Inside when we come there are many other buildings and some palaces, remains of other buildings and many temples are there. This three-story construction is called Hawa Mahal. There are two Hawa Mahals both the side and way to the Hidima temple is through the one of these Hawa Mahal.
You tell the story of Hidamba.
द्वापर से भीमा जैसे मनोज टाइम में Hidamba brother sister stay in the place. At the Bhima Hidambi love the story. Bhima killed by Hidambasara. After Hidambi person got to Gaja. Real time Manali, Kulu Manali. This story
We don't know.
Story of Hidambeswar temple takes this Chitradurga history back to Mahabharata. During Mahabharata, when Pandavas came to this Chitradurga, that time this was called Hidamba Vana. There was a demon named Hidamba and he used to trouble local people. So they requested Bhima to kill him. There was a fight between Hima and Hidamba and Hidamba was killed. It is also believed that these big stones lying around everywhere, that is what they used as a weapon while fighting. Inside this temple there is a Shivlinga. After this fight, Bhima married his sister Hidambi and they had one son Ghatotkach. The temple was built during Vijayanagar period. Inside the temple there are stone inscriptions and other stone figures which give us information about this temple. Inside the Shivlinga is said to be installed by Pandavas. Possibly Hidimba may be the devotee of Shiva, so it is called Hidambeswara. This stone inscription not clear, but it gives us idea about the period when the temples were built. The temple is supported by big and long stone pillars. Some of the stone pillars are also rounded and some part is like square or cubical. This shows us that this temple had both the architecture of Hoysala and Chalukyas type of design. Look at the view of Chitradurga town from the Hidamba temple and this side all these stones on these 7 hills looks like this is a Hollywood picture setting. The Hidamba temple was built on a solid rock and its outer design of top shikara is of Dravidian style. Now also you can see the remains of the shikara. Look at the view below from the Hidamba temple. You can see the swing and lamppost, other watchtowers. It is said that there were more than 2000 watchtowers on this fort. Of this royal building, zigzag paths and various size and shape rocks on the hills around And this is the top of the Hawa Mahal. And we will be getting down from the Hidimba temple, passing through this Hawa Mahal. You can see how big is the rock on top of which the Hidimba temple was built. And front we are able to see two Hawa Mahals, and there is a Murugan Mutt, plus on the hills behind you can see lot of fortification and construction done. Chitradurga Fort is a must visit place to have a panoramic view and ancient temples and fort. Now we are heading for Murugarajendra Mutt. It is believed that in 16th century the ruler of Chitradurga, Brahmana Nayak, became follower of Lingayat tradition, and he made the mutt for his guru Swami Muruge Santavira. This two-story pillar structure became religious teaching center, and in old age Swamiji stayed in this matta. There is one more big religious training center near Chitradurga called Murga Mata, which is under controversy now because of wrong thing done by present administration. Passing through these two giant swings and Dipastamba near the Murga Mat, we are going to reach now ancient Sampige Siddheshwara temple. This name is given to this temple because there is a yellow chapa tree near this temple, and this is very old tree, and that is called Sampinge. So that is reason this temple is called Sampige Siddheshwara temple. The temple is built at the base of massive rock formation, and top of this rock formation there is a watchtower. Beginning of the construction of this temple might have started during Chalukyan period. Look at the rock in its original form at this side, and the entrance is so nicely made. This first floor was made using the stone pillars and beams, and what you see taller second floor nicely crafted out of mud and bricks was called Galli Gopura or bridge tower. As per the stone inscription inside the temple, this job was done during Vijayanagar kingdom. There are many stone inscriptions found inside the fort of Chitradurga. Records that these temples, Galli Gopuram and swing were made in 1335-1356 by Vijayanagara kings. Look at the snake, so fascinating. Once inside, looking at the pillar, you can make out this construction was during Chalukya and Hoysala period. Here we can see the Shivling, but the statue there we can't make out whose it is, possibly linking it to Basveshwara tradition. And this is Sampinge Siddheshwara, deity of this temple. And this is Shiva in the black stone. And this is a Veerbhadra. Outside a temple you can see here how they used to make stone inscription. When you go around Chitradurga, you can see like this many snake drawn on the stone. They considered snake as a superpower. moving around this temple, there are many questions are unanswered, and we don't know how much time it took and who built this, but this is only general idea. These temples had influence of Dravidian type of temples. When we go around this fort, you can see remains of many buildings, palaces, and other living houses. Most of this construction was done using mud bricks. You can see there behind this temple of Siddheshwara, there is a big colony built and it is called Royal Living Palaces. This fort is must visit fort. It is very big and strongly built and you keep wondering how they could have done this. Temples and other things and what is found on this fort links this area to Satvahana era and up to Britishers. The steps cut in the stone. Wall of Chitradurga is now home of some of the owls staying inside the holes. In addition to ancient wonders what you see at Chitradurga, this man is present attraction. He can climb the walls of Chitradurga in fraction of seconds and he is called Jyotiraj or Monkey Man. Here, the round stones you see, they were used for grinding grains and beside that there are some square blocks of stone with a pit and this was used to make fine paste of clay for making clay bricks for the walls. And here what you see like a cave temple and a lot of snake figures on the stones is actually Banshankari temple. And this was incarnation of Parvati. So that is the reason you see here Parvati and Shankar as Banshankari temple. Side of this temple you can see this many snakes drawn on the stone. Maybe they were believer that snake is a superpower. Banshankari temple might have built before Chalukyan period. And here are the footprints maybe of Ardhanari Nateshwar. Now what we are going to see is called gunpowder grinding wheels. This is one of the ancient wonder in civil and mechanical engineering. You see my other video for details. This is called Madhu Bisau Kolu. Kolu is the first word after long time which I understood, which is in Canada, because the obedient husband is called Kolu ka bail in Hindi. Look at the four rotating wheels kept on stationary wheel and stationary wheel on the beam. The rotating wheels had arrangement to receive the rotating mechanism and from the center it was rotated. There are four wheels, four sides. If you have any idea how it was working, please post in the comments. After going around for 7 hours and wondering about this mighty fort and having the feel of that, we have reached back to the number 3 gate. This is a third layer of fortification. So 2 more layers we have to go and see. They are in town. City of Chitradurga is spread up to this third layer of fortification around. When we come outside of this gate and look to the fort wall, you can see there 7-headed snake. We don't know what they were trying to indicate by that. This is one more gate to go inside the third layer of fortification, but now it is closed. Now we are at second door, eastern side on the second layer of fortification, and what you see is called Sri Raj Utsavam Devasthan. This beautiful temple built during Vijayanagar Empire has wonderful base with missing gopuram and fading sculptures. Inner hall has some excellent sculpture on the stone pillars, which has been completely painted with pink color, and hence original sculptures is no more visible. Inside the temple, now there simple black stone carving of Parvati in the form of fierce Durga is placed, and the inner hall has been beautifully decorated. This was the family temple of the Vijayanagara and Naika empires. Outer structure has two floors of stone pillars corridors on all the four sides with very little sculptures. Here, near the first fortification eastern gate, you can see many sculptures and hero stones, idols, and many more things. War senses are kept. It is very difficult to make out what it was. Many might have done PhD studying these sculptures. Now, our trek to Chitradurga Fort will be coming to an end. I have tried to tell you what I learned from my guide. Very difficult to go around fort in one day. We have spent around 7-8 hours, but that was not sufficient. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Namrata's Wholesome Mantra. Do like and subscribe my channel. Now, what I am passing through was the eastern side gate of first row of fortification. See how strongly it is built. There is a museum at Murugamat nearby, and that is the place you must visit and see. There are many items kept on display, and you will have the idea of what was this Chitradurga Fort. This is Madakari Naika, fifth of Naika family, and he defended the fort 3 times against Hyder Ali. 4th time he lost because his loyal soldiers sided with Hyder Ali. And this is replica of what happened at Onke Obawa Kindi. Thanks for watching my video.